Ian, after a cup victory away to last season's League One champions, it's another road trip to Steny to play the promoted team from the third tier. The tough fixtures keep coming, don't they?
Yeah, they're very difficult games. You know, another away game for us, second on the bounce. Good thing is we're going to it in decent form. It's an opportunity for us to try and gain another 3 points in the league campaign, but against a really good team who've done remarkably well since Owen Coyles came in there. They've adapted to the championship very quickly and very well. They've got good quality players who are very, very well organised and work incredibly hard. But on the flip side, we've got players that are desperate to do well. Bit of confidence behind them after the 2 wins, and we look to go and win the game.
Yeah, and very often in the interviews we talk about the opposition quite a lot, but we can't forget about ourselves. And with our midfield options improving, the return of Brad and Ross Matthews, it's great to see one of the younger players, Quinn, stepping up and providing the assist and playing well on last Saturday.
Yeah, it was really pleasing when we see the goal or watch the goal back. As you know, Kieran Ngwenya, Quinn Coulson and Conor McBride, 3 players that haven't featured too much for us, but combining, learning about each other, realising the runs that they're making, adapting to each other's games and providing us with the goal that won us the game. And so that was the most pleasing aspect. I know it took a slight deflection going in, but again I go back to, I said it last Saturday, if you don't shoot then you've got no chance. So really good stuff from those guys. I know it's very difficult to play in these games when you've not played a lot of minutes, but it's just a slow build in terms of the squad coming together. Quinn's done remarkably well since I came in. I felt he had a really good pre-season. He trains very well every day. I like that he doesn't have any fear within his game. He'll never ever take the easy option, but that's something we're going to have to teach him. Sometimes you do have to, but at the moment he's all about impressing, which shows me he's got hunger and determination. So he was well worth his opportunity last Saturday and done himself and his family very proud, I hope.
Yeah, and he'll have it all to do again because, as you mentioned to the mainstream press, the likes of Sam Stanton could be available again, and further forward, Jamie Gull's made some good progress. Yeah,
we've had a busy week on that front. We did pick up a couple of knocks Monday, Tuesday. They didn't look great at the time, but thankfully the players have recovered really well from that. Having Brad, Ross Matthews as well back in the centre area of the pitch provides competition. Sam Stanton's recovered fully, which is a week ahead of schedule. We didn't really expect him to be ready, but he trained all week fully and he's absolutely fine. So that's great news for the team, great news for everybody. And Hammer obviously pulled up for the Ayr United game, which wasn't ideal for us, but look, sometimes in that adversity then you go out and you win the game and you score 3 goals. So Hammer's only trained today, and he'll train again tomorrow, so he'll definitely be in our squad, barring any issues overnight and any issues at training tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It was announced through the week there that Scott Agnew, your assistant manager, has moved on from his role in the backroom team. A word from you on his input and what it was like working with your old mucker again.
Yeah, I loved it. Right from start of last season when we were at Airdrie together, we built a good relationship on and off the park. I think the players liked him as well, and Airdrie, and the players liked him here. Obviously change of scenery for us both in the summer, which happens in football, and another change of scenery for us both at this time of the season. But that's football, and that's what you have to get on with. Aggie's got a wealth of experience now under his belt. He's played at a decent level for a number of years. He's now been on the other side of it and saw it from a completely different aspect and a different viewpoint of the players in the dressing room side, so understands the ins and outs a little bit of the management side and the coaching side, and the way that you look at things and how you try and dissect them and take information. And so I wish Aggie all the best. He's been a good friend to me, professionally and privately, and that relationship continues.
Good stuff, yeah. And obviously with Aggie moving on, you can't forget that you get great support from the likes of Robbie, Blair, Andy and the rest of the backroom team. They'll have been a great help in the last couple of matches since Scott moved on. Yeah,
they have been. They've had to step up a little bit, which again, sometimes you get thrown into it and you have to sink or swim, and you learn on the job. There'll be mistakes along the way, but the staff have been great. They really have. They've helped the players. The players have been great as well. I have to give the players a lot of credit because they're taking responsibility, because we've had to help each other, and we've continue to do so, and that helps build our all-round relationship together, and which will improve us going forward. But Robbie always had to play as well last week, or didn't have to play, but we decided to rest Jamie. So he's a very busy week, Robbie. So it was, for him to keep a clean sheet and be fairly untroubled, give a lot of credit to his defence that was around him, but he handled the occasion remarkably well, showed great maturity in what he was doing on and off the pitch, and obviously Jamie McDonald had to step up a little bit as well to help Robbie. So it was a bit of role reversal last week going into the Saturday's game, but again it shows how tight a bond that the players have together and how much they're willing to help each other.
You've already mentioned it earlier in the interview about players coming back from injury. I understand that Louis Vaughan's making good progress as well. Yeah,
Lewis is making excellent progress. Been really impressed with his desire and attitude, but the injuries that he's had were not just little ones, they were pretty serious, as we all know, and we all felt for Lewis when that was ongoing, regardless of what football club you were at, because we knew he was a good player and a really good talent. So he's actually a little bit ahead of where I thought he was going to be. He's still a wee bit off, coming to match day squads with us, because we need to make sure he's going to be okay. But we're very hopeful, it'll be sooner rather than later. I wouldn't like to put a specific time on it. I think Lewis has been out long enough. There's no point in putting added pressure on anybody. But been really happy to see him mix with us this week in terms of being involved in a little bit of crossing and finishing. We just need to make sure we don't tire him out too quickly, we don't push him too hard, and we don't expect too much from him. The ultimate objective is to get Lewis Vaughan back in the football pitch, and people will need to be patient with him.
Great, okay. Well, thanks for that, and good luck for the weekend.
Thank you.